Welcome back to another episode of Tevora Talks. I am your host, Cash, joined as always by my co-host and partner in cybercrime, Matt Mosley. Happy Wednesday, my friend. How are you, sir?
Good. We are halfway through, and I got power back in my house. Snow is
Nice.
gone, sort of melting.
You
Although our
weathered
friends
the
in the
storm.
south, not so much. Half our
I
team,
know, it's
not
crazy.
half our team,
Texas
but
got
part
hit
of our
real
team.
bad.
Yeah, Texas got hit pretty bad.
But you survived. You didn't have power for a day, right? You said something like that?
Yes, correct.
Well,
But
I'm
there are
glad you made it
parts.
through.
There are parts here that people are still out of power. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
Is it a big chunk or did they get majority of it fixed?
I don't know how many now, but the news was reporting around 300,000 homes were out of power initially. So
Whoa.
yeah, it was kind of like all over the place too. It wasn't just like my city. It was all over the metro area. So.
That's crazy. It's interesting. It's like no matter what you do technology-wise, at the end of the day, a little bit of snow can really just. I mean, it's not a little bit of snow, right? I'll take it back that much, but
Yeah, I mean, I could still do some work, but yeah, I was limited. Worst case, like if it had kept going, I would have just got a hotel. But yeah, I'm one of the fortunate ones. I mean, there's a lot of people that can't do that, so that's the scary stuff.
yep, indeed. One of our other colleagues, he was talking about it. He said that he was, he's in Texas. He's been stuck for a couple of days now, and he was saying, "Yeah, it's freezing in here. Like we have no, heating, no electricity, nothing." He's like, "I'm just freezing my butt off at home," which that sucks.
Yeah, I know.
So
Like some of our staff that's in like the East Coast and stuff, they have those house generators. That would be nice to have. I mean, I don't think I'd have a reason to use them very often, but man, from a prepping point of view, it would be nice to have a backup generator that your whole house can be powered off of.
yep, backup, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
always
for
say
sure.
it about tech.
I mean, that's
So
our
when I'm
job,
looking
right? We're constantly preparing. So
backup power,
my
but
wife gets so annoyed with me because I'm always like preparing for whatever, but I don't know. It's just part of the job. I'm just always
she should have
preparing.
had the opportunity she should have taken this opportunity to come to you and be like, "What? You weren't prepared for this one, were you?"
Yeah, I mean, she should know. Like her dad and brother were Boy Scouts. They, always be prepared.
ABP, ABC, always be closing.
There you go. Get that coffee.
But speaking of closing and hacks, like that was the Mother Nature hack will cause the recent snowstorm that has hit every state pretty much except for our little sliver of coast in California and some parts of the East Coast.
Yeah, I'm sure
But
you guys will have a fire or riot or something.
yeah,
Give it
something's
time.
brewing for California, so we're okay right now. It's a nice,
Earthquake.
I'd say 72 degrees outside, beautiful weather. But speaking of Mother Nature hacks, we'll go back to what we typically talk about: real computer techie nerdy hacks. So let's get to it with the news of the week. Are you ready? Where's
Yeah,
the
there's a
fake
lot
one?
going on.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on this week. I don't know. Where do you even want to start? You want to? We can just kind of go round robin. You start. You pick one, and then we'll kind of go off.
Okay, so
And
I'm
see
gonna
what we're
pick
talking about.
1.25.
Okay, go for it. 1.25. I'll take
So
1.25.
the quarter is a update from last week. So the water treatment plant that was hacked in Florida. What was that place
Florida.
called? It's a weird name.
It did have a weird name.
Outliers.
Um,
Anyway, turns out that the way that they got in, which was one of the ways that we had theorized, was that it was just a weak password on TeamViewer. So there you
that's
go.
crazy.
Close out that case. Go
So
ahead
I
and
wonder,
retire.
does that mean that whoever was servicing that TeamViewer account, whether it was a third-party IT or themselves, that account was compromised, and then they just happen to log in and be like, "Oh, look, there's all these TeamViewers for Florida's Oldsmar,
Oldsmar. There you
water,
go. The
yeah,
city of
Oldsmar water
Oldsmar.
facility."
Yeah, I think someone was probably just doing some network scans and found an open port and then realized it was TeamViewer once they connected to it and then probably brute
Oh,
forced.
Oh, I see on there and the password.
Yeah. The team viewer password was weak, I guess.
Got you.
So,
Yep. Well,
but a lot of things you could have done to prevent that. Just saying.
yeah, it's time.
So
Delete
anyway.
your dormant apps, right? But I guess we'll gotta leave that conversation. We already attacked them enough, I feel.
Yeah. So so that was my quarter article, and then the one article I'm going to start with. We'll start off light. Is LastPass
Okay.
has
What's up
changed
with
their terms once again. So for those of you that are fans of LastPass, like myself, I've been a
well,
LastPass user for probably a decade, if not more. Long time.
and then this is the LastPass that's like your password manager, right?
Correct. Yeah, this is
For those, yeah.
honestly one of the best password managers. But since they got purchased a couple years ago by LogMeIn, I think was the name of the company.
Yep, log me in.
They've changed a lot of their stuff, right? So their pricing went from like $12 a year to $24 a year. Then it went from $24 a year to $36 a year. And now they're taking away the free service. And they're basically saying, if you want to use it for free, you can only use all your accounts on a computer or all your accounts on a mobile device versus how it is now where you can use both. And ideally that's what you want, is to have both. For example, like when I'm trying to log into things on Roku, or if I'm just out and about and I'm trying to log into things, I like having my phone with me that has my LastPass, where I can do my multi-factor authentication. I get into it and I can look up my passwords for the various accounts, because right, we don't use the same password for everything. So I can't possibly remember the thousands of accounts that I have. And so LastPass is real convenient for that. But unfortunately now they're basically making you buy LastPass. So
I see.
you can take with that what you want.
So it went from
there are some alternatives.
$0 to how much? $24, or you went from 0 to 12 and 12 to 24.
Yeah, so I always paid the $12 because I was just a fan and I thought $1 a month was definitely reasonable. Then the $24 happened and I'm like, okay, you're pushing it, but that's fine.
Okay, where do you draw the line?
And then the $36 happened and I was like, what the heck, man? That's a lot for a password manager.
Like, it's 36
it's bucks. Not a lot like overall, but that's a lot for a password manager in my opinion, right? $3 a month, like I don't know.
That is a lot. It's not, I mean, I don't feel it's an extremely complex application.
Right. Exactly. So we ended up getting the family account, which I think is like $50 or $48. But at least like now I can share my passwords with other people, which is definitely ideal, especially if you're married, such as myself. So now convincing your wife to use LastPass, that's another whole nother podcast that we could do. But let's just say that my wife just started using LastPass after a decade of me telling her to use it.
I think I should start asking that question on my first dates. I should be like, hey, do you use LastPass or do you not use LastPass? And if they say no, I'm gonna have to.
You gotta say it in a lower tone, though. Like, I mean, you gotta say like a turn on, like, "Hey, you use LastPass?" like more like deeper.
Is that how it goes? Was that from? Oh my god! I say the name of the movie. Austin Powers. He's like, go lower. He's like, is that better?
Oh yeah.
Where he's like giving her a massage. It's like, lower, baby. Lower, baby.
But that should be your rule breaker. Like that should be like the bottom line. Like all those women that you're meeting on Tinder, if they don't have a password manager, move on, man.
That's it. I should just
you
put
don't have
that
time in this world for nonsense like that.
Yeah, totally. If you're not using LastPass, don't even swipe.
Like that's what I do. I mean, first drink, I'm like, so how strong is your password? And I mean, if they're just using something out of the dictionary, it's game over. I move on.
That's funny. Are your common security questions found on your Facebook?
Yeah. Yours and every other celebrities.
Well, here's a good segue. Speaking of celebrities, here's one that I'm going to throw at you, right? So apparently these celebrities have been victims of crypto theft via some SIM swappers.
What's SIM swapping?
So SIM swapping is pretty much they get like these SIMs from mobile like stores, right? That match certain numbers like under the ground. They'll get the same SIM, they'll put in their own phone so that when like let's say for example, I'll go to T-Mobile or whatever and I'll say, "Hey, here's this phone number. Give me the SIM program for it." And of course, it's very shady activity, that part of it. But then they give me your SIM, I put it in my phone, and then every time you get a two-factor message for two-factor auth, boom, I get that same code too now. So
like the SIM card that goes in your phone and then you're duplicating it, basically.
that's right.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened with Twitter, right? Was it something like that?
Yeah, pretty much similar situation. Yeah, see this the SIM swap then grants attackers access to incoming phone calls, text messages, one-time verification. It's pretty much getting a copy of your phone. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when we say 2FA is like the ultimate seal the deal, it is for sure. Unless somebody has a copy of your phone, then I guess that's a big problem.
Yeah, they're starting to tell people to not do the text messaging stuff. I guess now they're really gearing it towards like an application, like Google Authenticator. LastPass has an authenticator. I mean, everyone has an authenticator now. I think Microsoft has one. But yeah, I don't know. I still use the text message stuff.
So nonetheless,
gave away operational security.
So just imagine that somebody went and, I don't even know how much it cost them to get that, fake SIM, but they've apparently stole about $100 million of Bitcoins and, cryptocurrency from these celebrities who their names are not disclosed. We don't know who they are, but that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of Bitcoin. Wow.
That's a lot of money.
What is that? That's like 10 Bitcoin now? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, it's what is it? 51,000 per Bitcoin as of this episode when I checked earlier today.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is now, but that's a lot.
I just want one Bitcoin.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Just one. I just like, what is it like to have one Bitcoin?
I wouldn't mind it if it was
I'm an idiot and never got into the Bitcoin stuff.
What are you saying? You can say that about everything though. Like, oh, I should have got into that. But what does our friend Kevin Soltani say from our first few episodes? He's like, buy whenever you can, however much you can. I don't care. Buy it.
Yes, and that's why I'm on the Dogecoin train now. Dogecoin all the way.
All the way.
But if you want to send me a Bitcoin, I'll try that out because I don't know if it's as cool as Dogecoin, but I mean, you could send it to me and then we can figure it out and find out if it's better. I don't think it's better, but by all means, if you want me to try Bitcoin, send it away and I'll take it off your hands.
Yep. Sure.
So we don't know which celebrities were hit?
No, I don't know what celebrities were hit. We can't expose their secrets, but you know what secrets can be exposed apparently? On Telegram. Here's my segue. On Telegram,
wait.
apparently.
I wanted to theorize which celebrities we think have $100 million in Bitcoin.
Okay, theory. I don't think they have 100 million in Bitcoin. Let's see who could have a lot of Bitcoin.
Who do we think is tech savvy enough to have Bitcoin?
I could say like, you know who for sure got their Bitcoin stolen from them? Ja Rule, right? Wasn't he the one that did the thing? Fire Eye Festival.
What's it called?
You know what
Fire
I'm talking about?
I think it was the Fire Festival.
Not Fire Eye. Did I say Fire Eye?
Or Fire Eye, they get hit with solar winds, then they throw a festival that's just terrible. Left people stranded with just sandwiches.
Yeah. So Fire Festival. Ja Rule was one of the investors in that, and he thought it was like the next biggest thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he got Bitcoin hacked. No. He was just saying Fire Festival was like the biggest thing, He was an investor in that, and we know what happened to Fire Festival.
I could see like DiCaprio having Bitcoin. They probably all have Bitcoin.
Maybe
Jonah Hill. Is that his name?
Do you think Jonah Hill? Maybe Jonah Hill. Who's the other guy? I'd say the big guys. Puff, P. Diddy.
Yeah, they definitely. At least one.
at least one. He has one
I wonder what
Bitcoin
it's
for
like
sure.
to have one.
Jay-Z probably has at least one, maybe 50 Cent.
The leader of the Illuminati only has one.
Hmm.
I bet Jay-Z has more than one.
I say he has at least one.
Yeah. At
But
least
then, of course,
100.
that will never be disclosed, right?
Right.
Chuck Norris for sure has at least one. I mean, it's Chuck Norris, dude.
Since we're throwing out heroes, Shaq probably has one.
Yep. DJ. What is his DJ name?
I don't know his DJ name. His
No,
rap name used to be Shaq Fu from the Fushnikins. I'm dating myself now. Anyway,
his DJ name is DJ Diesel. Shaq Diesel.
Why is it that?
I don't know why you went with Diesel. I have no idea.
I don't even know how we're supposed to segue from that now. DJ Diesel to Telegram.
To Telegram.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe Shaq won't share us his secrets. I'm gonna use secrets again.
You think Shaq uses Telegram?
I think everybody uses Telegram.
I don't use Telegram.
You don't? It's a good way to communicate with people in third world countries. Apparently.
Oh, all right.
I don't know why. Everybody who I know who lives in a foreign country outside the United States uses Telegram. It's not a big thing. It used to be WhatsApp.
I don't even know what I use. I think I use Signal. I think that's the one I got.
No, I don't think I've used Signal before. But I know there was WhatsApp. And then after WhatsApp came Telegram. But everybody's still using WhatsApp too, though.
Yeah. They shouldn't be using WhatsApp, but they are.
They are.
I think it's been proven time and time again. You don't want to use WhatsApp, but sure. You don't use Signal?
I don't use Signal, no.
Oh.
Should I start using it?
I mean, I don't know. I used Whisper before that, but
I tried Cuban's thing for a while. What was it called? Cyberdust? Dust?
Oh, never heard of that one either.
No? That was Mark Cuban.
Well, you'd think a host of a podcast on tech trends and hacking would know these things.
I'm almost positive it was Cuban.
I'm failing at my job.
Who pushed it.
Story of my life.
There's so much stuff. It's like nonstop. I think if you research 2 new tech things that come out daily, you're going to be behind.
You'd still be behind, yeah.
Light years. Yeah, it's impossible.
Just in programming languages alone.
Yeah, programming languages. There's I don't even know how many of. And I don't know. They say if you know one, you know all, which is like, okay, kind of, but not really.
I mean, I guess you would know how to program.
You could maybe read it
and just learn the syntax, but still, like you'd still have to know what if then and those statements and stuff like that does. But then I guess just do the syntax.
Well, speaking of syntax, the scoop is in Telegram. Apparently, they have found an exploit where sending a particular sticker, and a sticker is something you can send in Telegram, like an emoji.
Oh yeah, I did hear about this.
And essentially, like this. What would happen is that whoever sent the sticker will gain access to the receiver's full chat logs, like everything. Their private chat messages, their non-private chat messages, just full access, right? But apparently it's not the sticker itself that is the flaw only. It builds off of another exploit, so it needs to be used in conjunction with the first exploit. But nonetheless, I mean, that's a pretty big defect, I think. So hopefully they are cleaning it up.
Right. And isn't that like on top of the fact that they have like some sort of feature failure to delete self-deleting or self-destructing video files?
Yeah, they had something like that too. Another flaw recently. I think that was a few days ago too.
You could probably have some fun.
You could definitely have some fun for sure. send the sticker and then send the other one. This app will self-destruct in 1 second. You
could blackmail people.
I was wondering, could you I'm pretty sure you could create an app where it just like drains the battery so fast that it causes it to explode or something, overheats.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I know what's his name? I totally went blank.
Ooh.
He used to do all the Mac hacks. Former NSA hacker. Anyway, he would write stuff like that for Apple, that you could drain the battery or make it really hot.
Oh, really?
Why am I
Intentionally, I'm
so
assuming.
blank on that guy's name?
XNAT, NSA hacker. I'm just Googling it. I don't know. Patrick Wardle? No.
No.
His name keeps popping up. We got to see who this guy is. Let's go research him next time we do hacker history. We'll be on Patrick Wardle. So I guess other
But yeah,
news. What else
you could
happened
create an
this week?
app that would do that. No problem.
What else happened this
Charlie
week?
Miller, that's his name. Came to my mind just now.
Charlie Miller.
Yep. You should look him up if you don't know who he is.
Charlie Miller, American computer researcher.
Yep. Smart guy.
He's with Cruise Automation. Maybe we can hit him up for a interview. That'd be cool.
Yeah, maybe.
Charlie Miller,
and
if
Matt
you're
Damon.
possibly one of our 4 followers, call us. We would love to interview you.
We have 10 now. So
we have 10?
Get it together.
Sick. Actually, no, we have like 100.
No, we have a lot more. Yeah.
YouTube.
I always just joke about it, but we are growing. So like and subscribe and donate 1 Bitcoin.
To our listeners, if you've made it this far in this episode, grab whoever's phone that's around you, just go like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yeah. We'd appreciate it. We have a thing when we get to 1,000, Ray will come on. Ray is our CEO. And he will come on the show.
And we're also going to do prizes eventually someday. Yes. Somehow, some way.
Twitch. We're gonna morph to Twitch so we can start doing this live sessions for you guys, and I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that, honestly. I've seen some scary Twitch videos. People getting swatted and stuff. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that.
You did what? What is swatted?
You don't know what swatting is?
No.
So there'll be people like live streaming, right? And then someone will play a prank on them. Well, they'll call the cops, their local police department, and tell the cops that, you know, the person just murdered someone, or they have someone held hostage, and they'll give them the address of the person that's streaming. And then all of a sudden, SWAT team shows up, busting in the door, and it's all caught on camera.
What?
Yeah.
There has to be some kind of fail-safe for that.
Nope. Not that they figured out yet. And it's resulted in at least 1 death that I know of.
No way. Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's scary, man.
That's like taking. I remember when we were kids.
Twitch.
I would pizza people with my best friend. We would and he lived on the street, right, where it was like the main, like, street coming up to the neighborhood. So there was like a couple kids at the top that we, always had beef with. So we would send pizzas to them, right? Pizza Hut, where you would just phone it in. And we'd sit in his balcony. We'd wait for the Pizza Hut car to drive by in 20 minutes. We knew the pizza's coming. But that's that's like semi-positive, right? Because if you weren't expecting pizza and you loved it,
and you had an extra $20, you're like, score, right? Yeah. Unless this is like taking pizza that had pineapple on it or something.
Yeah, unless I had pineapple. Now that I recall, did we order good pizzas for them? That I don't remember. I gotta talk to my friend and I'll ask you. I'll answer that. But swatting took that to the next level. They're calling the SWAT team on each other now.
Yeah, it's not fun at all. It's super scary.
Holy!
I mean, I've never experienced it. Don't want to experience it. So those listening, please don't. Please
SWAT
don't.
Me.
But on that note, I have no way to segue to this, but I have also 1.5 articles or 1.25 articles to talk about. So last week we talked about CD Projekt's Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
So they were being held ransom for so ransomware hit their network, and then they were being held in ransom, but the attackers had already exfiltrated some data. Well, it turns out they exfiltrated the source code for the games that CD Projekt has.
Oh,
and they sold them online. So
are you serious? That's crazy.
So maybe some really nice people out there will fix all the bugs that were in the game, and they'll release it for free.
I wonder how much did they sell the code for? Do you know?
Let me see if it says, but I don't think it says how much.
I wonder. I mean, the best case is what you said, right? Somebody buys it, fixes it, and releases it for us. You'll be our savior.
So auctions started at $1 million. Bids were in $500,000 increments. and doesn't say how much it sold for. But they had the buy it now feature for 7 million.
That's crazy. I wonder, did it sell?
I don't know.
I wonder somebody out there is like, I'm not buying
No
this.
proof that the threat actors sold the data as of right now.
It's like somebody's
They
been
claim
going,
they
this
did.
is full of holes. Who's gonna buy that?
Right.
That code was so faulty that PlayStation kicked it from their store.
Yeah, and like not only that, but it was a PR nightmare. I mean, CD Projekt Red tried to do everything they could. I mean, and I definitely give them credit for trying to fix the situation, but it's just been a huge PR issue for them since. So anyway, good luck with that. And if you bought the source code, turn yourself in. I don't know. But along that ransomware, another company got hit. Did you hear about this one?
Who?
Kia Motors. So earlier in the week,
Really?
they reported a nationwide outage. They were having issues with their systems. And then it came out that they actually got hit by ransomware. And they wanted a $20 million ransom. And what ransomware was it?
Is it my favorite one?
It is your favorite one.
Doppelpaymer.
It is Doppelpaymer. Yep.
Yeah, I like Doppelpaymer.
Yep. Headquartered in Irvine, California. Also where we're headquartered. They're actually just up the road.
Yep, I drive by there. Their facility is actually really nice.
It is very nice. Yes.
Well, somebody's stressing out over there. We're sorry that you got hit.
I used to know the CISO there, and he's probably glad he's not the CISO anymore.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Because he'd be running with his head cut off right now.
Yeah.
What information did they get? Do you know?
No information at this time. I think they just encrypted the network.
That sucks.
Oh, and to not. Oh, okay. So they're asking for $20 million and to not leak the stolen data. So they did get some stolen data.
Yeah, for sure. Because that's the cool thing about
Doppel. Their MO.
Yeah, it's like
that's the cool thing about them.
Well, I mean, if I had to say, oh, this is a cool feature, because it is a program nonetheless. So it's at least doing more things than it could. I don't know.
Yeah, they wanted 404 Bitcoin. So what does that work out to be? Yeah, 21 million.
That's a lot of money.
Dude, what was that one guy that bought the pizza?
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. I don't know what his name was, but
Bitcoin.
How many
Bitcoins did he spend on the pizza?
What was it? 1,000? No,
I used 10,000.
10,000 Bitcoins. But that was when it was. When did you say it was? 2000? How long ago?
It was 2010.
11 years ago, he spent 10,000.
May 22nd, 2010. Ow. 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin.
Oh my god!
Which is
how much today? 10,000 times 50 grand each is $500 million, man.
$500 million?
Yeah,
for 2 pizzas, dude.
Those pizzas.
Oh my goodness!
I hope they were really good. I hope they hit the spot at least. Imagine they after all that.
I don't care how good the pizza is. There's no way. There's no way.
Oh yeah, no way to cover it. But I'm saying at least, hopefully, they weren't bunk pizzas when they showed up.
Do you think he's kicking himself, or do you think he's just yeah? I mean, at the time it was cool. I didn't know it was going to be $52,000 per Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, what happened? He probably got those Bitcoin for pennies, so he came up in his world.
We should interview that guy.
I don't think that guy wants to.
I don't know how far that interview would go past. What were you thinking? But I mean, we could probably come up with some other questions.
We can do a follow-up question to what are you thinking is how do you like the quality of life currently? And then see what he says.
I wonder if he has any Bitcoin left. Hopefully he does.
Yeah, what if he had 30,000 Bitcoin and he still has 10,000
Yeah,
left?
he's he had 100,000. He's I don't care because I just gave away 10%. No.
Dude, if you have 100,000 Bitcoin, you'd be $5 billion currently.
Yeah, we'd probably know if he had that, right?
Yeah,
he'd be a billionaire. But dang, dude. So May 22nd is Bitcoin Pizza Day. Just so you know.
All right. What is that? Is that
So
if you buy pizza, they
if
give
someone
you
gives me a
Bitcoin?
Bitcoin, I can buy a lot of pizza for a lot of people. Just saying. Like, help me help you. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, help me help you.
Well, on that note, I will be saving as many Bitcoins as I possibly can. Or, I mean, when I say Bitcoins, I mean, fractions of a fraction of a Bitcoin that I can afford to purchase just for recreation.
You can get Dogecoin for 5 cents.
Yep.
Nickel.
I'm doged out, man. That's enough Dogecoin. I
I know.
don't
I
see how
made
I'm
it.
not.
I made a few $100 and then now I'm kind of like, eh.
Yep.
But then I also don't want to be the guy who gave up 10,000 Dogecoin that is now going to be worth, thousands of dollars later. Although I don't think they'll ever be worth the Bitcoin level. But
No, because the thing is with that coin, the Dogecoin, it's
it's
like even at
unlimited, right?
5 cents, 5 cents, its market cap is at like $8 billion. So they're like, hey, for this thing to even double, that means it has to double market cap, right? It's like this thing's not going to go to $20 billion in circulation of Dogecoin. If it does, that's some weird, crazy time
Yeah.
that we're living
Bitcoin's
in.
market cap is $970 billion.
Oh, that'll hit $1 trillion by tomorrow for sure.
Dogecoin's 6.3 billion. So
Yeah, at its peak, right now it's at 5 cents. At its peak, it was near 9 cents. So it was close to like $10, $12 billion in cash flowing around for that coin. Isn't that crazy? That's a lot of
we should
money.
have Kevin back on and he could talk about, we should have Kevin and the pizza guy on. And then Kevin can just rip into him about spending 10,000 Bitcoin on pizza.
I feel like we need to bring Kevin on regardless. But
Right.
yes,
I agree. But if we get the pizza guy on, that'd be even better.
Yep, 100%.
And pizza guy, if you're listening, hit us up.
Yeah, hit us up.
That's it. I'm done. I'm just talking crazy talk now.
With that said, I guess I don't know, go order your pizza, call it a day. We'll kind of come back to you guys with more and more new hot topics of the week. We owe a couple good episodes on hacker history. Those will be coming out soon. With that said, happy Wednesday to all of our tech junkies out there. Matt, any final words for our lovely audience?
Yeah, if she doesn't have a password manager, you should leave her right away.
Yeah, swipe left. That's funny. And on
Swipe
that note,
left, no password manager. Swipe left.
Yeah, that's so funny. I'm gonna go update my headline right now. But on that note, thanks for listening in, and we'll catch you next time.
See ya.